Justin Trudeau raped me. I don't understand why he rapes me during a pandemic, other than he's really fucking malicious. Okay? He thought I was cheating on him with Dr. Gita. Dr. Gita's my uncle. I was just at work. Me and Gita worked together. And we were on this fucking pandemic way before I got pregnant. We're in it, too. You said that I punched you in the face for touching my shoulder. Well, you always break my shoulders because you're abusive. You're an abusive husband. And I tried to divorce you and tried to divorce you. And you just kept coming back and beating the shit out of the cops with all your friends and cousins and stuff. So, no. Well, any rightful cop would have been in on fucking legalizing marijuana. And eventually, once you realize something, okay, between pandemics is when the animals get sick and they get humans sick, especially babies. So, like Brylan, who was born between the swine flu and coronavirus, her and her brother got fucking parvo and pavo scabies from the animals being sick. So they lived in a forest area, especially, and they would pick up fucking skulls and shit or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's airborne too. But anyway, I think they got really fucking close by accident. There's little babies, and they're like, "Oh, look at bone or something," and it was from the coyotes in the neighborhood, or wolves or something. They're eating the sheep or goat down the fucking road. So they got parvo and pavo scabies, and it turned to mange on their fucking lips. Yeah, Browlin remembers. She almost lost, her lip literally almost decayed off. She had a big fucking scab, big sore, big scab. It was barely scabbing. It was like bleeding and oozing mostly. She almost lost her fucking lip because she was born between a pandemic. It's just, if you're doing well with the pandemic yourself, then maybe you should consider it okay to be pregnant. But if you're in the fucking cold and flu kind of feeling where you're hacking up shit and you can't fucking breathe, don't get pregnant, because you have to breathe really well to have a fucking healthy baby. But it's safer to have babies during a pandemic than after, because they get mango disease and all this shit where their eyes right here go so fucking yellow that their eyes almost split open and their eye almost falls out. That's exactly what happens to babies between a pandemic. It's been in the textbook for eons. And it literally almost happened to my niece and nephew. Everyone's wondering why my stomach is sore. Because I got hurt. I was on painkillers for a long time, and they had to stop the painkillers and do the surgery. I hurt my stomach so fucking bad. You think I'm all thinking I'm prettier than you? Well, I certainly fucking am if you're gonna be a bitch like that. But also because I was upchucking all the time, caring for the kids. You upchuck as a female, and boys, their balls jingle. Yeah, and you just think it's so funny to crack jokes about deck the halls with balls of Harry. Not very mature. Okay. And that's why Colby's and Marina didn't work out. It's because she's honestly so mature, and then it wasn't her fault, really, because it is her fault. Stupid is your fucking fault. It's your fault, even if you are stupid. And it was stupid that caused it. It was more like a fucking fluke accident, but whatever. If you're gonna say deck the halls with balls of Harry, then I guess it's kind of war now. So yeah, parvo, pavo scabies, mange, mango. They get sinitis, so that this part of their nose is super soft, so they can't even blow their nose up there. Yeah, and you'll get 3 out of the 5. You get an ear infection so fucking bad that this part of your ear starts to fall off too, because your ear is dripping out this infection that is like little mites. Yeah, and her kids had it, so I had like ha 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 ha, mangy dog. Yeah, mature. They like dogs. Any healthy kid would like a dog. And it wasn't Sierra's fault. No, but Sierra got sick eventually. It showed up after the kids were sick. What is she supposed to do? Just hide that her ears are rotting off? Like, you think she's that intelligent? It was really sad for a long time. And Coral's sick too. She got me sick, and then I got my parents sick. But that doesn't matter. It's not your fault, Coral. It's like a Milady cold and flu. It's just really bad. It's in your chest, but it leaks through your lungs to pour out because there's too much pouring out when the smoke hit and it broke the fever. It just clogs you up too much and then it breaks. Well, that's the rule of breaking a fever. Usually that you've puked around yourself so much, you got so much human decay around yourself that eventually your fever breaks and you start to feel better and clean up your fucking mess and then feel sick for 2 weeks with all this like your body's attempting to get a secondary infection, which would be a belly button infection or like the bones on your ankle. They get like this callus that you have to get off with medicine. No, I was feeling like I could do it because my stomach was fucked in between when Bradley and Cohen and Lila were getting sick with everything in between the pandemic. And nobody shot the coyote, but I think Marina wanted to. That's fucking stupid, Marina. Your kids were playing with bones that weren't Sierra's. Sierra wasn't allowed to leave the yard. And you could see it. It was this little black coyote that fucking looks like a miniature bear. I brought it to her because I used to live there. Someone was bringing her fucking. It's a little miniature fat coyote. And it was bringing her stuff. Like the one that I seen in the yard. I was like, what the fuck is that? And then a grizzly bear. Like, what? It's a coyote. Yeah. And they're malicious because they have these huge shoulders. They have like 4 bind shoulders. And they can rip you apart. Where coyotes, they just slowly like you down. But the miniature coyotes are fucking malicious. They got a superpower. We're always in pandemics and in between pandemics. And our heart is constantly wrenched. It's constantly feeling bad. So our head doesn't like to work. The older we get, and then we die. And exactly what kills us. Well, we always say, "Oh, we're humans. We could just hunt fucking wolves with our hands." Well, certainly, but you shouldn't, because that's the whole value of Canada. Is that we're all dying anyway, and there's no saving your life. So why are you picking on wolves when they go through just as much as and more than us? You know? Why are you picking on everybody? That's why it's like, why are you fucking my boyfriend? You're just picking on me. That's stupid. That's the best argument too. If you can naturally fucking say it and prove that you want to stay with your boyfriend who like regretted it because her pussy's loose or whatever he says, and you're like, well, your dick's always wet or something because you're immature, obviously, for cheating on each other, then then you can. Because the bitch shouldn't have been picking on him and getting him to do things. But I don't even have sex because I like to hear the fucking angels when the day comes and the sun shines. I like to understand, you know. I love church. I love good things. Why would I and fucking, you break your fucking back bouncing on beds? Yeah, you do. Laying down and bouncing? Don't call me fucking naive and overbearing because I broke my back once. That's why it's so bad when the kids, like bigger kids, fucking jump on the bed and cut their mom's hair off. Like it takes a certain feeling in your health to grow your hair out. Don't abuse health. It takes nothing to break somebody's back when they're laying on a fucking bed and you're jumping on it. Anyway, Coral's sick. I'm fucking worried about her because she's coughing. She's coughing out stuff. And she can only take a kid like mucus and phlegm. It always worked for me, but I remember one time when I stopped breathing and seen myself, I came out of my body, and my mom was helping me, but I was still out of my body. I was like, "Fuck, I am a fucking angel." Not very many people have out of body experiences that were true. I mean, look at my wings. Holy shit. Remember that time at Devon Mayers that I said, Justin? And we're all nicely doggy piling a chick because she was really, really psychotic after a car accident. Yeah, she tried to kill me of all fucking people. I'm like, you're not even angry, are you? She's like, angry about what? I just fucking want to kill you. And I was like, because we like nurtured you the only way that you can be nurtured. What do you mean nurture? I got in a car accident. That's what they said. I was like, well, we nurtured you, and I'll never nurture a person like you ever again. Like I was young, right? Like literally first started working there. I was like, well, we like 15 of us gave you a big group hug so you could all feel us and like said nice things to you. She's like, oh, well, I'm dying. I don't care. I was like, if I was dying, I'd be at church. And you're in a psych ward, which is a fucking link to the prison. Only love can hurt like this. Must have been a deadly kiss. It wasn't forced either. She was being a slut. Yeah. So we all just like slut hugged her. You're supposed to do that. If you can not get murdered doing it and you're pretty confident you're not going to get murdered in the time of. I mean, don't squish them. Don't squish them. Cough and snot and you've been here. Yeah. She actually said one time, Coral, she said, is it almost the dog's turn? And I was like, fortunately, this is the longest human pandemic we've had in a while. The animals are dropping dead from us this time. It'll be our turn eventually. She's like, I was like, yeah. Well, She's like, it will be our dogs. I was like, our dogs will probably not get us sick. We'll probably get sick first, and then the dogs inside will get sick. How come there's so many dogs outside? I was like, want to rescue one day? She's like, yes. I was like, okay. We'll whistle and put out the proper food. And we'll bring dogs in the yard. Like, what kind of dogs? Wolves. What is even the difference? I said, well, Sierra is a wild animal. Rubble is an abused form of a wild animal. I was like, the dogs out at Logan's, those are wolves. They're just honestly not feeling well from a hard life, but not from a germ. Well, I know what germs are. I said, cool, Mom's gonna bring dogs in the yard, Dad. And she's like, Colby. I was like, I know, I mix up things all the time. And she's like, yeah. I was like, feels better just to be yourself, doesn't it? She's like, yeah. That was the last time she was sick. She got better since then and then sick again. What did Logan see? I went on that nature walk. The grizzly bear, I think he said. The grizzly bear that hangs out in the mountains around us. The rolling hills. That's their title too. They're called the rolling hills. It's probably really nice. It probably goes really loud. Snorts and grunts really loud. Probably is pretty fucking territorial. There's a lot of animals on there. Colby can keep the dogs that come in the yard or dog. Because Sierra's getting so fucking old. But she's trucking along and she like cleared up her skin, her hair did. It was really gray for a bit. Well, yeah, she was sick, but that took a long time. I forgot about until the argument came about. It mutates. All this parvo stuff. It mutates after a pandemic because the humans are getting the animals sick and the environment is getting the animals sick. So it has two stages, which is like two lines of almost like a germ DNA, and then it mutates, so it gets stuck together and kind of goes like this, and then it turns over and makes like a hole in the body for it to know where it belongs now and where to infestate. And then what happens? Oh, it creates like a U onto it, and that's when it contracts back to humans. Usually humans can't get mange or parvo or anything from dogs. Not usually. Only we've had so many pandemics in my life. Like there was a pandemic when I was little. It was the pox, and then we got the swine flu, and then a separate one. We got corona in my lifetime, and I've got sick with all of them actually. Come to think of it, I wasn't thinking of it because I went to the naturopath when I was a kid after it was all said and done, and got all cleaned up, and I felt pretty damn good. I was a pretty good athlete, I must say. I didn't get swine flu, did I? No. No, I literally didn't get swine flu. Maybe that's why I was so overconfident. Yeah, and Justin wanted to start doing all the polio vaccinations 10 years before it fucking happened. Because that's when a vaccine works the best, is when you are taking it and its boosters and updates and upgrades. Yeah, like when you go to a holistic doctor. Yeah, they do all that kind of stuff and it works better actually. That's why I didn't get sick with swine, because since the chicken pox one, I got all this stuff done. Yeah. Sorry the Shauna's dog's didn't get sold. Bad timing a little bit, in a way. I want a dog, but yeah, right. I really want a dog. I would have taken anything, especially big. But if it got sick, because sometimes vet bills like $2,000. Yeah. The thing is that I only paid $40 for like $5,000 in medicine for my dog, because I was a vet and I was selling my horse's sperm to go to school, and it was a little bit different in my day too. It's still kind of like that. Like you can still go to your friend or your neighbor or somebody in a buy and sell or off Facebook land, and now it is. Now it's Facebook, but and you can still go hang out with a basic stranger and like breed your animals. It'd be cool to have like the movement cameras like right out front of the yard, so I can like prove to Coral that I didn't just get his dog dropped off from somebody who didn't want him. I wonder how much of a believer she is. She seems like she's learning anyway about it. She's my little genius. I'm scared she's gonna get sick and get fucked up by it. I put in money for a holistic naturopath. They just can't. It's not cashed in necessarily. She's getting like vitamins and stuff at the doctor, but they can't cash it in until actually the pandemic's over. Because that's the only time you can do holistic medicine. Yeah. You still get, like, if you're going to get a scab on your lip, you're going to get a scab. It's just going to heal faster. And the infection is going to go way faster with a holistic doctor. Oh, but it's still like, what, fucking alarms going off and the kid's sick. Oh, yeah. Why I don't feel bad about this shit is because I think Marina Upton fucking left and ditched her kids and, like, did drugs to, like, stay away. Is because she's so jealous because I was paying for their holistic doctor and everything. Think, oh, well, I'm broke. Well, yeah. Nobody ever said you were stupid or dumb. You obviously are proving it if you're gonna go to fucking drugs at a time like this. There's gonna be drugs that are safe out of all the shit, but I wouldn't say right now. No. The fucking drug dealer that I know is a complete fucking murderous piece of shit. Yeah. He wasn't doing no drugs of them himself. I want to stay alive and murder people. I don't know what his fucking motive and reason was, but I was like, I don't really like being here. I actually know him. I've known him on and off. And my dad said he lost his mind like 3 times. Like 3 fucking times. He's crazy. But he still knows how to kill you, obviously. It's not very hard to figure out. And convince you to do it. Well, force of attitude to fucking do that. That's why nobody likes attitudes. Well, I'm waiting until 8 to take my morning meds because they've been making me sick. I've just been taking them willy-nilly. Whatever it is, I'm up. Let's take them. I should wait till 8 in the morning. Yeah. Like honestly, I can feel it that before I start heating up my stomach with fucking coffee, there's like no stretch marks, and then they kind of just make believe something. When I'm drinking the coffee and I'm leaning on my belly, but they're gonna heal. They're gonna go away. Most of them. There's gonna be like 2. It's gonna be like leap, leap. I swear, it's like I'm just pushing my veins out, my fitness veins. I swear, it's kind of like that. But I can't fucking see where. I don't even have tits. Some big tits checks like. And has stitch marks. Yeah, it's all under here, right? What does it matter if you have stretch marks? Males too. It just matters because then you get skin infections. And have stretch marks throughout a lot of stages of fitness and wellness. Fitness, wellness, and health. And why I said that is because the competition thing. I got big tits and like he doesn't hurt. Well, you want a militant, right? Wasn't I at a fucking one of his fucking speeches? And some chick was like, ah, and she's like, I was so trying to get him. I was like, yeah, I broke her knee. Like that was actually something's wrong with you. Yeah, lots. Puberty, baby, and acne. Hip surgery, pelvis surgery, elbow surgery, shoulder surgery, neck surgery, ear surgery. And your mom! Okay. I can't handle it.